let's now jump to a little college football talk because I'm starting to get really excited for college football. I didn't run our Heisman voting last year, but I was the one who constantly ranked our Heisman top 5 last year. So I'm going to do it again. And we're going to go through our top 5 Heisman favorites going into this season. And at number 5, I got J.K. Dobbins. This dude is nuts. This dude is crazy. This dude didn't come out of nowhere, but he had a way better season than I expected last year. I did not expect J.K. Dobbins to blow up the way he did. I thought that Mike Weber was going to end up being the lead guy for Ohio State, and Dobbins just straight up stole the job away from Mike Weber. And as you can see, the BetDSI odds at the top, plus 1,500 for a guy who is going to be the centerpiece of Ohio State's offense this year. New quarterback coming in with Dwayne Haskins. JT Barrett is out for the first time in what seems like a decade. So now you have to wonder, how is the offense going to transition? Well, they're gonna run the ball a lot. J.K. Dobbins, along with their great offensive line, that is how this offense is going to run this year, and he is going to get so many carries. He's the number 1 back this year. They're going to throw him the ball a lot more as well. I think they're going to go easy on Haskins to start off the season, especially the first 3 games of the year with no Urban Meyer. They are going to pump J.K. Dobbins the ball. So do not be surprised if he ends up leading the Big Ten in rushing yards and maybe even rushing touchdowns. If he does, he could be a shoo-in finalist for the Heisman Trophy. BetDSI giving us a plus 1,500 odds on J.K. Dobbins winning the Heisman this year. Let's go to number 4. I think his odds are way too high. Plus 1,250 for maybe Khalil Tate winning the Heisman. Take that. Take that right this second. In fact, stop watching the show, go to BetDSI right now, put in our promo code CAM120, and go put money down on Khalil Tate to win the Heisman right now. Plus 1,250 to win the Heisman is absolutely outrageous. You can win $135 if Khalil Tate, who's the best quarterback in the Pac-12 this year, is going to win the Heisman. This dude absolutely dominated last year at Arizona. Absolutely dominated. Now, he's not a great thrower of the football. He's not. But guess what? That's okay, because he's an amazing running quarterback. And guess who his new head coach is? It's Kevin Sumlin. Didn't Kevin Sumlin lead a guy who was a better runner than thrower to a Heisman Trophy? Who was that guy? All right, it was Johnny Manziel. If Johnny Manziel can win a Heisman Trophy in the SEC with Kevin Sumlin, Khalil Tate can win the Heisman Trophy under Kevin Sumlin in the Pac-12. He is going to absolutely dominate this year. I think he's going to lead all quarterbacks in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, and hopefully his passing can take another step forward. But he is my number 4 Heisman favorite going into this year, and we are hooking you up, guys. You want to bet on these Heismans? We've partnered with the number 1 sportsbook, BetDSI, and demanded our audience to get the best sign-up bonus anywhere on the internet. Type in chatsports.com/bet in your browser, promo code CAM120, and up to $600 bonus. It's like the $20 million that Odell Beckham got for his signing bonus this year. $600 bonus up to if you sign up today using that promo code. Let's go to number 3, plus 700 odds given to us by BetDSI. Tua Tagovailoa. Now, he is a little bit tougher to put money on, simply because we don't really 100% know if he's going to start the whole season. And if he doesn't start the whole season, probably going to be difficult for him to win the Heisman Trophy. But if he does start the whole season, he might end up being the best quarterback in the SEC. The dude was electric in the national championship game. I think he's a great runner. He's a great thrower of the football, has a beautiful deep ball. I want to see how he leads a professional offense. He only played a half of football, guys. Remember, there's a difference between looking amazing in a half of football, looking amazing in the Elite 11 camp, and actually leading an elite college football team through a full season and leading an offense who, mind you, is a new offensive coordinator. So this Alabama team on offense is a little bit of flux. I mean, Bo Scarborough is gone. Damian Harris is going to take over the reins as the full number 1. Najee Harris is going to have a bigger role this year as well. And now we have Tua, who's probably going to take over as the starting quarterback. I think we might see a little bit of shakiness at first in the Alabama offense. I don't think they're going to lose a game this year, but it might take them a little bit of time to get going in the offensive side of the ball. But once Tua gets going, you're going to see what this kid can do. He is a special, special player with so many elite tools. I cannot wait to see what this guy does in a full healthy season. Because if he isn't starting all year this year, he is sure as hell going to start all year next year. He is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football. Let's go to our number 2 player here. It's Jonathan Taylor. He was the best freshman in college football last year. He was. He absolutely was. He was running over people. He reminded me of Andre Williams at Boston College. Remember that one year that Andre Williams had where he was a Heisman finalist and he was great, except the only issue was he was a junior. Jonathan Taylor was doing it as a freshman at Wisconsin in the Big Ten. I understand that he didn't perform fantastic against some of the elite teams in the Big Ten, but if you're a freshman and you do what he did again in those other games, I don't really care. I really don't. He's going to be just fine this year. Not to mention, Wisconsin is the best offensive line in college football this year. So you have maybe the best running back in college football, running behind the best offensive line in college football. That, people, is what I like to call a recipe for success. Jonathan Taylor at plus 675 is an easy guy to put money down on to win the Heisman this year. Running backs don't usually win the Heisman. They've kind of been leaning more towards quarterbacks in recent years. But with the year that Jonathan Taylor can end up having behind this Wisconsin offensive line, he could be the next Heisman winner at the running back position. But let's go to my number one guy. It's Bryce Love. Please stay healthy. Please, 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 please stay healthy. If he stays healthy, Stanford can win the Pac-12. If he doesn't stay healthy, Stanford's not winning the Pac-12. Straight up. That's how this season is going to go for Stanford. It is all based around the health of Bryce Love. He had an amazing season last year, broke off so many long runs, and I think it's only fair to give him the favorite going into this season. However, I do think it is also fair to question whether or not he is going to be able to replicate the season he had last year. Breaking off long runs is not easy, people, especially with all the injuries he had last year. I think it'll be interesting to see, can he break off those 50, 60, 70-yard touchdown runs that really led Stanford through last season. Once he got injured, you saw a team that simply could not move the ball without him. So for me personally, I would put Bryce Love down as your favorite. Because if he is healthy, he will end up being one of the best players in college football. But his only question right now is health. And also at plus 600 odds for Bryce Love, that's still a safe bet. You put down $10, you end up with 70. That's still a good deal all around. So let's go back through our odds presented by BetDSI. Bryce Love at number 1 at plus 600. Jonathan Taylor at plus 675 at number 2. At number 3, we got Tua Tagovailoa at plus 700. Khalil Tate, the guy who I'm putting money down on, at plus 1250. Those odds, people, let me tell you something. Plus 1250 for the best running quarterback in college football. That's something I want to get involved in. And then J.K. Dobbins at plus 1,500 if you're looking for a little bit more of a dark horse candidate this year for the Heisman Trophy. Let me know in the comment section below who is going to win the Heisman Trophy this year. Personally, like I said, I think Khalil Tate's going to end up winning it. I really do. I think that with Kevin Sumlin coming in with the offense that they're going to run, that dude is going to put up some wild statistics this year. I don't know how many games Arizona's going to win, but he is going to put up some incredible stats, and I think he is going to win the Heisman Trophy this year. Let me know in the comment section below who you think is going to win the Heisman.